Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Philadelphia Eagles. Are the Eagles dead?
Honestly, like I think this team's just not as good as we kind of picture them in our mind. I mean, the defense is not that great. Jalen Hurts has been kind of meh. Saquon's looked really good, but is a running back really carrying you to wins in the NFL like in this day and age? Not really. Their receivers are banged up, obviously, so that could have been what took away a lot from Jalen Hurts this week. Uh, there's not much to be excited about, especially when the Commanders are looking like they're getting more and more dominant every week.
Yeah, and this is a team that they went out there and they spent money on this defensive line on this defense. You're hoping these young guys that we got, the Georgia Bulldogs, develop, but they went out and got a linebacker because their linebacking core was like horrendous last year. They go get Devin White. They already benched Devin White like 2 weeks ago. He DNF'd or DNP'd 2 weeks ago. I think he did again this week. They went out and spent money on safety. Their safety suck. Like they need something. They could really use a pass rusher, but they got rid of Hassan Reddick. And now it came out, if people were talking about, oh, they should trade for Hassan Reddick again. You can't trade for him in a 2-year period. So that's kind of out the window. So what is going to happen with this defense? Because yeah, you have your struggles. I'm pretty sure Jalen Hurts is going to figure out once he actually has his receivers. Because I mean, that's a pretty big ask for your number one and number two receiver to go down, and you be like, figure it out.
Purdy
It's
did it.
kind of, I
Purdy
mean,
did it with Juwan.
well, Jawan is the number two receiver, and so Brandon Ayuk sucks with money. But anyways, yeah, like it's a pretty tough ask. I'm pretty sure once he has his guys back, he's going to figure it out on the offensive end. But I just don't think this defense is going to be able to compete with people. And on the other side of the coin, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they dropped the ball last week, but they come out this week and just prove it. And they showed like, hey, we could be taken seriously. Be sure to look out for us. It's like now the NFC South, besides the Carolina Panthers, all these teams look interesting. They all look fun, and they all have high-powered offenses and kind of shitty defenses. So
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
the Buccaneers I think they're a dark horse team to make the Super Bowl this year, and that's kind of my bold prediction because Baker Mayfield and these receivers are explosive. If they can get Rashad White in this run game right, this offense is really fun, and they have playmakers on the defensive side of the ball who can lock in and make a couple plays here and there. Yeah, they're not going to be the most dominant defense in the league, kind of like when Tom Brady was there and they're really, making a lot of plays, but I think they have enough guys on that side of the ball to compete in the NFC specifically. I'm not going to say they could beat the Chiefs or anything like that, but the NFC, yeah, especially with the Niners looking how they've looked in recent weeks. But I'd even argue the Panthers are interesting in that division now with Andy Dalton playing because they're putting up fights, like they're putting up points. Andy Dalton has that offense moving a little bit, and even though they're losing, that's still interesting to me watching how bad they could possibly be or how good they could be this year with Andy Dalton and the whole Bryce Young of it all.
Yeah, and that NFC South, I mean, it turned from the worst division to one of the most interesting divisions, like in the snap of a finger. Because you look at what the New Orleans Saints have done, they just lose in a nail biter to the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons have been fun with Kirk Cousins. Again, all of the NFC South has pretty high-powered offenses besides the Carolina Panthers, and defenses that can semi keep them in the game. And that's all you need for to make a run, as you said, in the NFC side of the bracket for the playoffs.